Hey artists, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well and you're staying positive. So as you can see, my studio is empty and my booth behind me is being taken apart. We are currently in the process of moving, so sadly I have to leave my studio and my booth behind. My husband actually built this for me, so hell yeah, I'm very sentimental about leaving it. And he promised to build me an even bigger and better one in our new house, so I'm both sad but happy at the same time. It's a bigger house with much more land and privacy and space, so we are very excited, but it is really hard for us to leave the first home that we bought together behind and to say goodbye. But like I said, I'm sentimental and don't want to talk about it. So I want to leave it at the fact that we are excited for the next chapter and we are looking forward to this new beginning. Hopefully you guys have been catching up on my new videos. I was thinking that this week with the new move happening and just with so many other changes going on, I thought it would be a good idea to have this video talk about getting out of our comfort zones. Comfort zones. You know, that familiar thing that's not scary, not risky at all, sucks you in and keeps you right where you are. Sounds good until it doesn't. And comfort zones feel great until you realize that nothing has changed and you really haven't grown at all. When trying to follow your passion and achieve your goals, you certainly have to be willing to live outside your comfort zone over and over again. And I'm talking about physically and mentally. When we're trying for new things or striving for something new, it's incredibly uncomfortable because there's so much uncertainty and so much learning that comes along with it. And nobody likes feeling unsure or new to something. With every new place I've gone, new person I've met, or new goal that I've set for myself, I was pushed out of that cozy little zone and I've always hated it. And honestly, making this YouTube channel was me stepping out of my comfort zone for sure. But then what happens? After some time and after a routine is set and things start to feel familiar again, that new scary change that you were so worried about is suddenly the new norm. And then it eventually becomes your new comfort zone. It's a new step forward that started off with you taking a chance, learning, and allowing yourself to grow. We all want to grow and become that person that we strive to be, but the hardest part of it is getting started and stepping out of that box. And now I'm currently in that process right now with this new move coming up. So I wanted to share some words of reassurance so that we could try and get out of our comfort zones together and live better lives for ourselves. So now you might ask yourself, why is it important for me to step out of my comfort zone anyway? Well, wouldn't you want to live your life to its full potential? And aren't you just a little bit curious what your full potential might be? I'm following this dream of mine and I'm actually going for it. Even though I know that nothing is guaranteed and it's an extremely difficult path. But I'm doing it because I don't want to live with the question, what could have been? And that's why it's important. Ways to start stepping out of your comfort zone are, number one, switching up your routine. And now routines are great, don't get me wrong. I'm all about schedules and consistency. But do you ever feel like you're in a rut and you're doing the same thing over and over again? Being spontaneous is important too, and it is a great way to get yourself used to changes. Try going to new places instead of your typical coffee shop, gym, bar, park, and hometown. It sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how this little change could really boost your autopilot routine. Number two, do something that you always wanted to do. When I was younger, I made the decision to actually go for it and follow this dream. I can't tell you how scared I was to go to my very first open mic night or to my first audition. It was new and made me sick to my stomach with nerves, but it was always something that I wanted to try. Without trying and actually going for it, I would have never learned that I love it and I actually have the guts to keep going and to follow this goal. I had a huge adrenaline rush and I have to say I was extremely proud of myself. And now I'm not saying to go out and do a bunch of these little things. Just choose one thing that you always wanted to do. Number 3, ask yourself why you want what you want. If you know why you want to do something, it really can help you to actually go and do it. Make a list of all the pros on how this can improve your life or make you a happier person. And when you realize this and you know the pros and you understand the pros and you're aware of how this can improve your life, it'll be impossible not to do it because now you're aware of what you'd be missing out on. And lastly, always start small and don't overwhelm yourself. Once you get past the smaller steps, you'll have the confidence to start taking bigger chances. Bring a friend along when traveling somewhere new, or do some research before jumping into a new career or a job. And if you want to meet somebody new, go to a place that makes you feel comfortable and that you're familiar with. Know yourself, know what makes you anxious, and know how to calm yourself down. You can meditate or do breathing exercises, but start small and don't overwhelm yourself. And once you have this down, you'll be stepping out of your comfort zone way more often and so much more easier, because now you have the experience and the proof that you survived it before. I went from nervous breakdown because of one little open mic night to headlining and opening in music festivals. And if I never took that one little small step and tried something new, I would have missed out on so many fun experiences, performances, and other opportunities that followed. I still get very nervous and anxious when I have a new opportunity ahead of me, and I am stepping out of my comfort zone to this day and every day. But I realize that my new comfort zone is reminding myself that I've done it before and I can do it again. Knowing that has become my new norm. And if you want something enough, you will find a way to get the courage. Tell yourself that you got this over and over again until those words are your new routine and your new familiarity. And you will be on your way to bigger and better things and closer to reaching your goals. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and remember that you are way stronger than you think. Anything new at first is definitely going to suck, but it'll become familiar to you before you know it. So next week's video will be filmed in my new house, and that is so crazy to think about. I will definitely miss this place, but I'm looking forward to living in a quieter neighborhood and to just see what's to come. So with that being said, that's a wrap for Ridge Street. See you guys next week.
I want to escape. I want